Before the Law by Franz Kafka. Translated by Willa and Edwin Muir. Before the law stands a doorkeeper. To this doorkeeper there comes a man from the country who asks to gain entry to the law. But the doorkeeper says that he cannot grant him entry at the moment. The man thinks it over and then asks if he will be allowed to come in later. "It is possible," says the doorkeeper, "but not now." Since the gate stands open, as always, and the doorkeeper steps to one side, the man bends down to peer through the gateway into the interior. When the doorkeeper sees that, he laughs and says, "If you are so drawn to it, just try to go in despite my prohibition. But note, I am powerful, and I am only the lowest doorkeeper." From hall to hall stand doorkeepers, each more powerful than the last. The sight of even the third is more than even I can bear. These are difficulties the man from the country has not expected. The law, he thinks, should surely be accessible at all times and to everyone. But as he now looks more closely at the doorkeeper in his fur coat, with his great sharp nose and long, thin black Tartar beard, he decides that it would be better to wait until he gets permission to enter. The doorkeeper gives him a stool and lets him sit down at the side of the door. There he sits for days and years. He makes many attempts to be admitted and wearies the doorkeeper with his requests. The doorkeeper often engages him in brief conversation, asking him about his home and many other things, but the questions are put indifferently, as great lords put them, and always conclude with the statement that he cannot be let in yet. The man, who has equipped himself with many things for his journey, uses everything, no matter how valuable, to bribe the doorkeeper. The doorkeeper accepts everything but always says, "I am only accepting this so that you do not think you have left anything undone." During these many years, the man watches the doorkeeper almost continuously. He forgets the other doorkeepers, and this first one seems to him the only obstacle to entry into the law. He curses his bad luck in his early years boldly and loudly. Later, as he grows old, he only grumbles to himself. He becomes childish, and since he has come to know even the fleas in the doorkeeper's fur collar, he begs the fleas to help him and to change the doorkeeper's mind. Finally, his eyesight begins to fail, and he does not know whether it is really darker around him or whether his eyes are merely deceiving him. But he knows now that he has little time left to live. Before his death, he gathers in his head all his experiences from the whole time, up to one question which he has never yet put to the doorkeeper. He waves him nearer, since he can no longer lift up his stiffening body. The doorkeeper has to bend low towards him, for the difference in height between them has altered greatly to the man's disadvantage. "What is it now?" asks the doorkeeper. "You are insatiable." "Everyone strives to reach the law," says the man. "So how does it happen that for all these many years, no one but myself has ever begged for admittance?" The doorkeeper sees that the man is nearing his end, and to reach his failing hearing, he roars at him. "No one else could ever be admitted here, since this gate was made only for you. I am now going to shut it,